Hey there, here I am at sunset on the river, and I thought I'd have a quick chat. This is something I've been thinking about, and it's kind of coming up in a lot of the conversations and consultations that I'm having with people who are growing their agencies, and their marketing agencies, and also their consulting businesses. One of the things that we have to realize is there are a lot of people who are starting businesses. There are a lot of people approaching small businesses out there, offering, lead generation, offering new customers, offering to handle the prospective clients or brick and mortar businesses marketing. So there's a lot of people, a lot of noise going on out there for people right now who are, feeling a little bit like they're chasing their tails and also playing in a pond with lots of fish and very few meaty bites to eat. So I want to put a different perspective on this for you, maybe give you a bit of an understanding, also to help you differentiate yourself a little bit. And at the same time, I know it will help you close deals a lot easier. One of the questions one of the things that we did in our agency is we went to our client base and we literally sent our people out to meet our customers right across North America. And we did about 50 interviews. We did 50 interviews with our clients face to face, went to their practices, had a look inside. And one of the questions that we'd asked our practice owners is that when they decided to choose us, prior to knowing us or prior to knowing how we help practices generate more patients, they've been approached dozens and dozens of times by other AdWords and Facebook ad companies to help them with their marketing. And some of these companies that had approached them in the past were probably pretty good at what they did. They probably had the capability to get great results for them, but for some reason they decided not to go ahead. And it was really interesting what they said. It had nothing to do with the price. I thought that was really interesting. It was a common theme. So here's what they said. The reason why we chose not to do business with them is we felt that they really didn't understand our business. They didn't take the time to ask questions, to understand how we did what we did, what we do, how we help patients. They didn't ask any questions about us. All they wanted to do was sell us the opportunity to generate leads, to generate patients. And although that's an appealing idea, they just felt that there was no empathy and understanding on the person who was doing the presentation to actually help them. So in the fact that they felt that they didn't really care or didn't take the time to learn and understand, that's why they chose not to buy. So there's a couple of things that I want to help you understand in what I'm about to share with you. Is the first thing is that you do want to do your homework before you go and work with prospective clients, before you engage them. You want to understand their business. You want to understand how they generate their customers. What are they currently doing in marketing? What are they spending? What is a client worth to them in their initial sale? And also perhaps what a client is worth in terms of the lifetime value, because the overall value of a customer is so much greater over a period of time than the initial sale in and of itself. And most of the profit is taken up by the acquisition of that customer. And so in the customer acquisition process, we have found ourselves in a situation where not realizing that the back end is far more important than the front end of acquiring customers. And a lot of business owners, small business owners, don't really understand that. But it's more appealing and more attractive for business owners to generate new customers than it is to go thinking about how they can actually generate more revenue from their existing clients, or even more referrals from their existing clients. So the more we take time to understand how a business grows, it's how why its customers buy, what are the buying behaviors, what are the offers that are working or have worked to invite or incentivize a customer to make a purchase. The more we do that, the easier it is for that client to see that we have the empathy and the understanding. At least we've taken the time and an interest and care about their business. They're more likely to listen to you. They're more likely to walk through a solution with you because you've taken the time to understand their business. So the first thing that I would highly encourage you to do is do your homework. Spend a little bit of time talking. It may take more than one phone conversation to help a client make an investment in your services. You're looking to build a client into a long-term relationship. And so in building a relationship, you want to answer all their questions. You want to be able to show or demonstrate to them that, one, that you care, and two, that you understand how what you bring to the table will make a significant impact on their business. So first point, take the time, ask lots of questions, get to understand, because the more you get to know about the business you're speaking to, the easier it is that you're going to be able to formulate your solutions, your offers, and your strategies to help the client actually work with you more effectively and to get better results. That's number one. So number two is we need to understand it's a bit, I know it's a bit humid here, it's a bit muggy, it's been raining quite a lot, and the temperature is in the 80s, high 80s and 90s, so I'm feeling a little bit sweaty here talking by the river where the humidity is pretty prolific at the moment. So getting back to what I was talking about, the second thing, and hi to those that are watching, the second thing is that understand what it is you do when you're bringing customers to a business, because there's a couple of things that you may not be aware of, but you want to use this as part of your strategy to articulate the efficacy of what you do to get your clients results. So the first thing is, what are we doing when we bring customers? So if we're out there advertising and promoting our business, what we're doing is we're branding our business in the market. We're making ourselves visible. We're sending out a message. We're sending out an offer. We're sharing our business out of the market. So number one, we are branding and messaging to the market to invite them to come and talk to us so that we can help them to buy something, solve a problem they have, or entice them to a product that they desire to have or want to have for themselves. And so that's the first thing that we're doing when we run campaigns, whether that be on Facebook or Google or LinkedIn or the Google Display Network. We're running what we're doing is we're creating branding and messaging. We're positioning the business as someone that is out there, visible in the market. That's the first thing. The second thing is we're bringing in a buying prospective customer. We're inviting people in to take some form of action, to either pick up the phone, fill in the form, press the buy now button, or to generate, to spend time consuming some content that answers some questions and helps them along the way to the next step in the buying process. So what we're doing is we're attracting a buying customer. And so there's some customers out there that when they click on an ad, they're not sitting there wasting their time going, hey, I wonder what this is, I've just got tons of time to waste, I'm just going to fill in a form, right? At that moment, you've piqued their interest and you've got them interested, and so to optimize the opportunity for that customer to purchase is, what is the follow-up? How does that happen? What is the sequence? So first of all, you're attracting a buying customer. So first, branding, messaging out in the market. Number two, you're attracting a buyer. Number three, you're attracting a person who's interested, may not be ready to buy right now, but is interested enough to say, I need a little bit more information, have some questions I might need answered. And if you nurture that relationship, you have the potential, you're building a database of prospective buying customers. Because if you manage that database, if you build that database and you nurture that database and you're consistent in making an offer, answering those questions, providing relevant information to help that client make a favorable purchasing decision, 30% of those clients that are in that database will make a purchase within 3 to 6 months if you're engaging them through drip feeding information. So there's three things you're doing. Number one, branding, messaging in the market. Number two, you're attracting a buying customer. Number three, now you're building a database of customers that you can actually nurture into future sales. This is a very potent mix of strategy. What most people focus on is just, let's get the customers in, or let's get the leads in, or let's get the phones ringing, right? What you're really doing is you're building an opportunity for the business, and you're creating what we call an opportunity cost. For those that don't buy right now, they may buy in the future. And so what is the value of a customer? If we had a database of 100 customers that didn't buy today, and let's say 10% of those bought within 3 months, right? You didn't have to pay any extra money to generate those clients. You've already bought the client, you've brought the client and acquired them into the system. It's just taken a little bit longer to convert that client into a paying customer. So understand when you talk to clients that you position what you're doing as a result of the campaign that you develop for the client. So make sure that you're communicating that message. You will stand out. You're not going to be sitting and say, hey, this is how we get leads, and this is what a landing page looks like, and this is what a retargeting campaign looks like, and here's what the Facebook ad is going to look like, and here's what the back-end appointment setting system is going to look like, and all those sorts of things, right? That's all the how-tos that the client really doesn't need to get into. What the client is interested in, foremost and utmost, is the result. And so you have 3 very defining results that you can deliver when you help a client to advertise for their business. And when you articulate that carefully, knowing that this creates a much longer opportunity for a relationship, but more importantly, the client is more inclined to stay with you longer, because now they're investing in a marketing program that not only brings clients but also brings future buyers from the efforts of their investment in their marketing with you. So those are critical things that you want to be aware of. Know what it is that you're doing. Know the value that you're bringing. So to make that point again, know your customers. Take some time to learn, understand how they do business, because then when you approach them with that process, you have the ability to get a much better result. You're going to get them, they're going to listen to you, they're going to empathize with you because you've taken the time to take an interest. And remember that these clients are going to be investing thousands of dollars in your business, in your services. They're not investing $1,000 here and $1,000 there. You're wanting them to invest tens of thousands, in some cases up to 100,000 plus in your services. So for them to do that, for them to know, like, and trust you, take an interest, have those conversations. The more time you spend talking to them about what's important, what some of their challenges and their problems are in the market, the more chance you've got of generating and converting sales. People are too quick to rush into offering a deal and incentive, and the client leaves because they don't see the true value. They don't end up experiencing the results that they could be because they're not in the game long enough to make a campaign work successfully. You know, yes, you can get some results fairly quickly, but ultimately you want to build long-term relationships, long-term results. Right now we're talking about the idea because we've had clients stay with us for 3 years. More than 40% of our customers in our agency have been with us for 3 years now. So one of the things that we're doing is we're now offering a 36-month agreement, a 3-year agreement, not a 12-month agreement, not a 90-day agreement, but 3 years, right? And we have clients interested in taking us up on those options. So understand that the longer the client stays, the more revenue you make. G'day Raman, how you doing? The more revenue you make, right? The more opportunities you have to grow your business, the more sustainable your business is, and you have the ability to create a compounding effect of growth. So, love to hear your questions on this. If you've got questions, feel free to put your questions in the comments below. Hopefully this has been helpful. If it has been and you feel that others could benefit, I'd love to invite you to share this video with others on your feeds, and I really appreciate that. Yassir, good to see you there. And so at the end of the day, understand the value you bring, articulate that to the client, take the time to understand and know the client you're dealing with, and that's going to dramatically improve your chances of converting sales. It's going to dramatically improve the chances of having clients stay with you for a lot longer to benefit from your services, and ultimately that's going to benefit your business because it allows you to successfully scale, to have more, as you have clients staying longer, every new client you bring on board creates a significant impact on your added revenue. So this allows you to build resources, invest in your business, hire teams, scale, profit more, experience more, and more importantly, to support the aspirations that you're trying to achieve by building a very successful business. So thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to have you share this video if you feel others can benefit. I look forward to seeing you in future videos.